Good morning, guys. Just setting a few things in the background. We're live streaming from our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. So I'm just doing a few behind the scenes things here as I set things up. All right. Facebook Live seems to be working good. YouTube live stream appears to be working good as well. All right. Good morning, guys. This is meteorologist Eric Gage here. We're tracking a very strong cold front moving through central New York right now. And keep in mind, we look at weather maps every single day, and anytime we see fronts and whatnot, usually we can kind of tell when things look strong or they don't look strong. This is a good example of a strong cold front here. Look at that very narrow line of red as this front barrels through New York State. On top of the potential strong winds near the ground, so show the wind speeds here in a second, we have some winds in the upper atmosphere. Basically, it's called a low-level jet, 850 millibar range, which are very strong too. And when you have several layers of the atmosphere, including getting close to the surface with that strong of winds, this can set up a very strong cold front here locally. So this is where it's at right now. It's slowly approaching the Syracuse area, or at least the downtown area within the next, say, maybe, I would say 10 to 15 minutes. It's expected to reach the Utica Rome area by roughly 8:30 to 9 a.m. So I'm just talking about what to expect for at least a little bit this morning. And then for those of you that have tuned into our window on the weather segments, I'll have that running throughout the morning for you guys too, so you guys can see the live radar and all the local cameras and what to expect as well. So we look at the bigger picture here. Radar and satellite shows that very strong low-level jet influencing this strong cold front. And notice behind it too, you got some snow chances. So don't let the warm temperatures early today deceive you, because we got some cooler weather on the way. In fact, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to hide myself here so you can kind of see the local cameras here. We look at pretty much all locations around central New York and some decent snow melt. Now, there's still a good snowpack in parts of Barneveld and Boonville, but a lot of grass is exposed as you head farther south into the lower elevations of the Mohawk Valley. We want to show more of what's going on here on the Northeast. So look at these temperatures. We're in the 50s right now locally. Buffalo, 34 degrees. We zoom in even closer here, and there's quite a difference out in western New York. Now, these temperatures are updated every hour or so, and they usually update between 7:50 and 8 a.m. So the Rochester and Dansville temperatures are going to update shortly. But either way, it's nearing 60 in Syracuse right now, so a very warm start. We zoom in even closer here. We can see these temperatures in the 50s in Washington Mills, 51 Otter Lake, 37 the outlier there in Little Falls, but that might be more of an outlier than we think. And then heading into the southern valleys, we're in the 50s in Cooperstown and Morrisville and Oneonta as well. These are a look at the current wind speeds. 21 miles an hour, sustained winds in Hamilton, 30 in Syracuse, even 21 in Rome. But I want to focus more on the wind gusts. Now, moments ago, in fact, the last hour or so, Watertown recorded a 51 mile per hour wind gust. So we have some incredibly strong winds here moving throughout the area. So this is, again, mainly focused in hilltops south and north of the valley. You can see 31 miles per hour in Hamilton, 48 nearing 50 in Syracuse. A little bit weaker out in Buffalo where that front has already passed. So you can kind of see the time frame here. 46 miles per hour also up in Saranac Lake. So what we're looking at today is a massive cold front sweeping through. Now see the purple dashed lines here the half suns and triangles, that's called an occluded front. Basically, it's the end cycle of a front where you can kind of see the warm front and the cold front have combined here. But either way, we fast forward here. That band moves through between 8 and 9 a.m., 8:30 and 9 a.m., more likely here locally. And then we're going to see that wet snow work its way through, a couple rounds of snow showers, and then lake effect in the backside of it. It's not lasting too long, by the way. This is not going to be a several-day event. In fact, it ends by tonight and early tomorrow. So let's time it out here. What can you expect throughout the day today? So this is a snapshot of 6 a.m. this morning. Now, obviously, time now is 7:45. But as you can see here, by 9 a.m., there's that front, heavy rain. So far, no thunder or lightning reported, but that could be a difference as we head into the next few hours. There's a lot of elevated movement in the atmosphere. Could be some elevated convection. So rumble of thunder can't be ruled out. Notice the wet snow starting to work its way in. Now, keep in mind here, we're in the 50s right now. When we start seeing snow, the surfaces are still pretty warm. So we're not expecting a lot of snow to accumulate, at least initially. We're going to have to wait a little bit for that. So despite the wet snow moving in the late morning, this is not expected to produce a whole lot of accumulation. Still, though, it might cause some reduced visibility with some of that snow coming down at a pretty good rate. Then, this is not all active weather today. Between, I would say, maybe 12 and 2, you can see here, we got a bit of a dry slot working its way in. Quiet weather. Maybe if you head out for your lunch break, it might not even seem that busy. Winds also not that strong just yet. But then the back side of the front kicks in. We're going to see a brief round of snow between 2 and 3. And then lake effect begins to set up in the Tug Hill area north of central New York by the evening hours around 5 p.m. That band will slowly sweep south, impacting Camden, Boonville, and Old Forge around 8 p.m., and then moving overnight through the Mohawk Valley. By 1 a.m., it is situated in the Paris Hill, Route 20 area south of the Mohawk Valley, and then progressively weakening as we head into Saturday. Now, I'll give you guys an early preview of the weekend. Saturday is actually pretty quiet. We start out chilly, warming up into the 30s. Sunday, we're tracking some more lake effect, initially forming north and then sweeping south as we head into the evening hours right there. So wind gusts, as you can see here, very strong initially, weakening as we head into the afternoon and returning again from the west as we head into the overnight hours here between 9 and 10 p.m. and then beyond. Weakening, of course, once more as we head into Saturday. In terms of snowfall accumulation, you can see here a lot of that snowfall mainly focused in the Tug Hill area and sections of the North Country up here. Let's zoom in here. So you can see the bullseye of the snow here in the absolute highest hills of Tug Hill. And of course, heading on Route 28 toward Herkimer County, North Herkimer County, that's where much more of that snow is expected there. As you head into the hills south of Mohawk Valley, there could be some more snowfall accumulating, but 1 to 4 inches roughly. As we factor in Sunday's snowfall, let's see what happens up north. You can see even more snow accumulating, especially during the afternoon hours Sunday. By the end of this event here, by the end of Sunday night, I'm thinking that the Mohawk Valley will see roughly 2 to 4 inches of snow, 4 to 7 in the dark blue areas north here. That includes just south of Tug Hill. I'm thinking Camden, Boonville, Remsen, Barneveld, Newport, Ohio, in that 4 to 7 inch range. Old Forge, 7 to 12. West Leiden, heading into the hills here, just outside of Lowville. We'll see those highest totals over a foot of snow in that pink zone there. Heading south, same story. The hills, Paris Hill, the hills south of the Thruway in the Mohawk Valley. We'll see the higher totals and a bit less as you head farther south into the southern valleys. So that's the latest thought so far. Let's go back to the beginning here. Let's look at the current conditions right now with that radar and kind of track where it's heading. So here's a look at the heavy rain moving through downtown Syracuse right now on the way to Utica within the next hour. So I will open this to any questions. I'll be here for maybe until around 8 o'clock. Unless there's no questions, I'll switch out sooner and set up our window on the weather live stream for you guys. So any questions, feel free to ask. Travel situations, timing, you name it. I'm here to answer some questions. So while I wait, let's just quickly look at what's going on right now. Heavy rain. Look, that's pretty interesting. This is following the I-81 corridor here between Binghamton and Syracuse right here. Very, very narrow line of heavy rain. And you can see, of course, that snowfall trying to work in the backside there. And then as that pushes through, this will winds will weaken a little bit before returning again. Barry asks, many power outages reported. You mean how many reported so far this morning? I take a look right now. I'll talk about potential outages later on in the day today too. So first off, I'm looking at National Grid. Let's see here locally. Jefferson County, where you saw those 51 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's move ahead to the winds here. Here we go. So let's zoom out a little bit. You guys can see all the areas. So up here, Jefferson County, there are 1,400 without power. In Madison County, we are at 884 without power. In Madison County, let's go village by village. Cazenovia at 529 without power. Cazenovia Village at 144. That appears to be the highest numbers right now. Estimated restoration time, 10 a.m. this morning. Fenner in Madison County reporting 74 outages. Estimated restoration, 10 a.m. Sullivan in Madison County, 128 without power. Estimated restoration time, 8:15. So that's the outages in Madison County. Oneida County, we have 0 outages. Herkimer County, 0 outages. So it's mainly focused in Madison County. Now let's head to NYSEG. There are 6 outages in the Shenango County area. Let's zoom in here. Let's see if I can go to a list. I have the map open right here. In Plymouth, Smyrna, and East Visalia. Let's see here. 30 outages in Otsego County in this spot, actually 12 up north. Franklin in Delaware County has 26 outages. It appears that Otsego has 1 customer without power, 5 in Unadilla, and let's see here. Yeah, that's mainly focused near Oneonta. There are 10 without power in Middlefield in Otsego County. So that's what's going on over there. Judy Ann goes, I can't believe how warm it is outside this morning. You are right. It is very warm. By the way, the 19th, which is today, record high 56 degrees in 1957. So currently the temperature right now is 51. I don't think we'll set the record today, but it is very warm. Mark goes, how much snow for northern Oneida County? I'll show that in a second because the graphic is toward the end of the show because I want to answer some more of these too. Barry goes, power has gone on and off here in Fly Creek. Yes, you are in that. It appears, yeah. So near Middlefield, that's where NYSEG is reporting outages. I assume you have NYSEG. And the map shows it near Cooperstown. So Fly Creek potentially influenced by that as well. You guys are going to see the strongest winds this morning. Diane goes, just lost some roof shingles. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the winds today could definitely tear shingles, sidings off, you name it. It's a pretty strong system. All right. In the meantime, now let me answer your question, Mark, about the snowfall. So let's go all the way back here, advancing through all my graphics. Right here. So northern Oneida County today. This is until Saturday morning. Let me let it play out here. Well, like a Saturday afternoon. Depends on where you are in northern Oneida County. So this is a snapshot of it. You have the valley here. That's going to cut down some of the totals of Route 12 area. But you have this section here just outside of Boonville that could see some higher totals. So that's the snapshot of snowfall for today. We head into tomorrow. There's even more snow. Let's advance that right now. This is the total snowfall expected by 9 p.m. Sunday. So unfortunately, I did not enable towns to pop up here and there, so you have to figure out where you are on the roads. I do have the roads labeled, though, so you can kind of figure out Route 46, Route 12, Route 69, 26, and, of course, you know, intersections, Boonville, obviously, right up there. So that's a snapshot of the snowfall throughout the rest of the weekend. You can see primarily focused in northern parts of the area. All right, checking a couple viewers on YouTube. Welcome. Yeah, we're trying out this feature on YouTube right now. Thank you. This coverage is awesome. Sent in by Trip D. Shout out. Thank you for that. For the compliment. Yeah, our goal is trying to make you guys informed. Try to let you guys know as much as possible in as many platforms as possible in this new day and age here. I'm going to look at the outage numbers, the latest numbers right now. Let me go back to the wind speeds, the forecasted wind gusts here. Let me shift that over here. So let's see. I don't see any major differences in Madison County. Still, again, Cazenovia reporting a lot of outages here. So Cazenovia area, Fenner, Sullivan, those are the highest numbers there. Jefferson County, if some of you are watching from Jefferson County, I'll list them the names too. We're not in that area. Watertown covers you guys, but why not? We're all neighbors here in New York State. Cape Vincent has 1,000 without power. In the village itself has another 169. Brownville up in Jefferson County has 121 without power. Restoration times range from 9:15 to 10 a.m. up there as well. 4 without power in Champion, 45 in Clayton, and 1 without power in Lyme. And that appears to be it for, for Jefferson County. Now, I'm just using National Grid's live data. I'm going to go to, I'm going to see if I have more service providers here I can load up. So, Essex County up north has the highest population without power. That's at nearly 3,000. Right now, about 0.26% of all New Yorkers, customers, are without power right now. Ulster County, Essex County, Clinton County, Franklin County, and Jefferson County are in the top 5 outages. Secondly would be Delaware. And then, of course, Queens heading farther New York City. Now, that might be skewed a little bit, not directly associated with this being near New York City. And then Niagara has 998 without power. Yes, 2.73% of Madison County is without power. 2.41 without power in Jefferson County, and nearly 10% without power in Essex County. Kendrick goes, keep us there in Camden 4 to 7. We have a little bit of a thaw. That might help you guys out because I know you guys probably don't want to have happen last year happen again this year. Katrina goes, how will travel be in the AM coming from Binghamton, say 8 a.m.? You might have some light lake effect. This is if you're talking about, today. 8 a.m., you're going to encounter some heavy rain. If you're heading from Binghamton to Utica or wherever you're heading up north, that line is pretty strong. Let's go back here. Let's look at the radar. I'll keep the radar live because I want to see what the live conditions are going on right now. Yeah, so the line has just passed Syracuse. It is heading toward the western portion of Netta County right now. Oh, tomorrow morning? Oh, okay. Some light lake effect. You should be okay. Let's see. Barry goes, our inflatable Rudolph flew away for the night. We'll have to go out and see where it went. Yeah, yeah. If you have inflatable outdoor decorations, you might find them in your neighbor's yard after the winds today. Nivets goes, power outage Westford. Carla goes, power out in Verona. Thank you for those reports. Let's see if they updated the list here on National Grid. Let's see. So far, National Grid has not reported that outage yet. Numbers have gone down slightly in outages in Madison County. Let's see. No outages in Herkimer County. Yeah, still no outages here. I'm going to look up to see. Yeah. NYSEG and National Grid reporting no outages in Oneida County. So they haven't reported it yet. You're the first to report it. Sherry goes, how long will the high wind gusts last today? It depends on location. Now, if you live south of the Mohawk Valley, you're going to see these strong south winds throughout the next few hours. Once this front moves through, there's a bit of a lull in the wind speeds between the late morning and early afternoon. Then the backside winds move in. The winds pick up, especially back again tonight from the west, and that'll impact the Mohawk Valley. So winds are pretty widespread in the southern valleys right now, and they will pick up from the west as we head into tonight. All right, from the YouTube live stream, GX Guitar says, Otsego, Co-op, Westford, Middlefield area power outages. Thank you. I believe that just got put through in, hold on. Let's go back here to outages. Yes, Otsego Electric Co-op, 160 without power there. Let's see. And the map looks like it is mainly focused in the Middlefield area in the district east of Cooperstown. There are more outages in Pittsfield. And those of you that are in that co-op there, 64 without power, or 17% of Pittsfield residents without power. Yeah, and again, so Westford, Unadilla, Pittsfield, and Middlefield, according to the Otsego Electric Co-op, are without power. Okay, Shenango County outages are in. NYSEG, 148 without power. Otsego Electric Co-op, 64. National Grid, 0 outages. Let's go to Shenango County here. NYSEG map. Where are those outages? Not a lot of numbers here. Oh, here we go. No, that's for Guildford. Guildford and Oxford have outages. We have Guildford with 78 and Oxford with 61. Now we're of course going into Shenango County. I believe that's Shenango County. No, it's not. We're Otsego County or Shenango County. All right, so Guildford and Oxford. That's where those highest outages are. All right. I'll do one last look at the outage numbers here. All right, still no updates from National Grid on those outages here. Refreshing the map. Madison County, NYSEG outages 77, National Grid outages 884. A lot of the outage restoration time set for right around 10 a.m. Some of you a little bit earlier. 0 reported outages in Oneida County, despite some of your reports there. So National Grid is not confirming that just yet. 286 without power in Otsego County and 0 reported in Herkimer County. So that's the latest numbers so far this morning. Joshua goes, when will we expect this in the Utica-Rome area? This front itself is moving its way to the Utica-Rome area between 8:30 and 9 a.m. 8:30 toward Rome, around 9 a.m. in Utica. And it's pretty strong. It's now right on the border. In fact, almost parallel. This is crazy. Look at this. It is almost lined up perfectly with the border of Oneida County and Onondaga County right there. So right outside of Pompey, in the western port, Cazenovia, you guys are going to get hit with some heavy rain in a few moments. So that's where the latest rain band is. We zoom out. Look at how strong this front is. We got a strong low-level jet here helping this out too. And then finally behind it, you can see some snow mixing in. Let me put on the longer or the low resolution. You can see all that snow on its way. Yeah, so inside that, you'll see some heavy rain. So far, our lightning tracker hasn't reported any rain or any thunder, excuse me. So we'll see how it pans out in terms of thunder and lightning, but still expect heavy rain for maybe about 10, 15 minutes. And then those winds will weaken a little bit, believe it or not, following it before returning again this afternoon, or excuse me, this evening between 8 and midnight. All right. That'll be it, guys, for the live stream. If things turn out pretty busy in a little bit, maybe I'll turn it back on again. But as a reminder, just put away some of those easy to blow away Christmas decorations for the time being. The wind's very strong today. And then once the winds roll through, temperatures drop very quickly. I'll give you guys a look at the temperature map here. It should be updated. Yeah, it's 52 in Rome, 34 in Buffalo, 40 in Rochester. So you can see here near 60 in Syracuse, a 15-degree drop heading toward Rochester, and right near freezing in Buffalo. So let's see, heavy rain in Watertown. Yeah, so that's the front moving in. So that's the latest information, guys. I will put on our window on the weather live stream if need be for this front coming in. In the meantime, let me just load up our live camera here. Let me go to our map. And go to our Nexus camera. Pretty quiet scene out there right now, but again, things are going to change a little shortly. So this is meteorologist Eric Gage. I'm signing off for now, and we'll have updates throughout the morning for you.